do a small kirtan, and then we'll go on the Bhagavad Gita class. Now, yeah. Okay, thank you. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachariya Jamuna Tira Banachariya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachariya Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol. Jai Om Visupat Paramahamsa Parikacharya Astu Tarasa. Abhayachara Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki. Jai Om Visupat Paramahamsa Parikacharya Astu Tarasa. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Thakur ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की नवद्वीप धाम की गंगा माई की जमुना माई की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की सामावेता भक्तवृंद की Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari. All glories are some devotees. All glories are some devotees. All glories are some devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga Gauri Sri Prabhupada. So, we are going to read Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18. The perfection of renunciation. And we are going to read text 49. I'm going to read the Sanskrit, and then the translation, and then the purport by Srila Prabhupada. Asakta buddhi sarvatra. Can repeat if you want. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigatas priha naiskarmya siddhim paramatmam sanyaseva nidhigacchati. I will read it again. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigatas priha niskarmya siddhim paramam sanyaseva nidhi gacchati. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigatas priha naiskarmya siddhim paramam sanyaseva nadigachati. Somebody can repeat this verse, the Sanskrit. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigatas priha saiskarmya siddhim paramam sanyaseva nadigachati. Anybody else? Okay. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigatas priya naiskarmyam siddhim paramam sanyaseva nadhigachati. Anybody else? Okay, so we'll read the translation and then the purport. One can obtain the result of renunciation simply by self-control and by becoming unattached to material things and disregarding material enjoyment. That is the highest perfectional stage of renunciation. Okay, first of all, we should recite this. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, so I will read the purport directly. Real renunciation means that one should always think himself part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, he has no right to enjoy the result of his work. Since he is a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, the result of his work must be enjoyed by the Supreme Lord. This is actually Krishna consciousness. The person acting in Krishna consciousness is really a sannyasi, one in the renounced order of life. By such mentality, one is satisfied because he is actually acting for the Supreme. Thus, he is not attached to anything material. He becomes accustomed to not taking pleasure in anything beyond transcendental happiness derived from the service of the Lord. A sannyasi is supposed to be free from the reaction of his past activities. But a person who is in Krishna consciousness automatically attains a perfection without even accepting the so-called order of renunciation. This state of mind is called Yoga Rudha, or the perfectional stage of yoga, as confirmed in the 3rd chapter. Yasti Atma Ratir Evasyat. One who is satisfied in himself has no fear of any kind of reaction from his activity. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Sakya Chakshuraminatyam Nena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaura Vani Pacharini Visesa Sunyadi Pasasya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaura. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. So this chapter 18 is the last chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. It's a very important chapter. In this chapter, Krishna speaks about the meaning of renunciation. And then he speaks on the effect of the modes, the Brahman renunciation and the glories of the Bhagavad Gita. So he also frees oneself from the sinful reactions, and he enables them and entitles them to return back to his spiritual abode, back to Godhead. As in the last, in 1866, you can see the book, Sarva Dharman Parichajam Mamekam Saranam Braja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Muksha Nasmani Masuchaha. Krishna is saying that abandon all varieties of religion and you just surrender unto me. And thus I will save you or protect you from all the sinful reactions. He says, do not fear. Okay, so we have to take his word. He says, do not fear. You just surrender unto him, and thus you will be freed from all the sinful reactions. Why? Because everybody are doing sinful reactions, activities. Everybody. Even you are eating food. You are eating food is full of sin. Chapter 3, text number 13, if you read it, Krishna says, Yajna tapasya yaja sustasina santo musayante sarva kilbisai bhajante ted vyagam papa ye pasanti atma karanat. That the devotees are released from all kind of sin Because they eat food which is first offered for sacrifice. They offer the food to the Lord and then they eat. No devotee we see, he will take just food like that. No. Unless it is offered to the Lord, he will not take. But those who are eating food for personal sense enjoyment, they are only eating sin. So as you see, even you are not doing anything, you are just eating, and the food is full of sin. And you will get a reaction for that. You will get a reaction. And as you see nowadays, so many problems are happening. Bombs, even in India. You can hear recently some bombs are there, and nuclear bombs, killing people, innocent people, they are killed. So these are the result. Because they are not offering their food, and they are not thinking that there is a God. They think that they are the enjoyer, they are the controller. So that kind of mentality takes them to become demons. So when somebody becomes a demon, what he does anything. All the things that he does wrong. And thus he is finally, all the demons, Krishna killed them. So, this text here is talking about renunciation. So, we'll talk about the power, how to become renounced. In his chapter, he's saying that anybody who gives his fruits of result to the Lord, he is becoming renounced. Everybody is that they are doing their work, they are doing something, and they are not trying to enjoy that result of their fruitive activities. They offer it to the Lord. They are becoming renounced. So, we must know that Krishna is all powerful. Krishna he has all the six opulence, which is strength, wealth, beauty, knowledge, and fame, and renunciation. Krishna has all this power. And thus, he has the power to maintain the whole universe. Maintain, create, and destroy. He has the power. So, we are the Jivatmas. We are only part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna is saying in chapter 15, text 7, Mamai vamsi jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Mana sastrayani prakriti sthari karsati. Krishna says that all the living entities are my eternal part and parcels. He says that due to conditioned life, they are suffering. Because they are suffering because of the six senses, which includes the mind. So the mind is our enemy. That's a mode of nature Krishna speaks in the last verses. How the modes control the mind. Whatever you do, passion, goodness, ignorance. And if you're eating something, and the mind is controlled by the food. So we have to be very careful what we eat. You see, people who are eating meat, liquor, and all, the mind is always disturbed. Always disturbed. Doing wrong thing always. And becoming angry every time. So this is a food that they are taking that goes to the mind. and the mind becomes enemy. Like we here, as devotees, we chant every day. Why? To control the mind. Otherwise, the mind is chanchal. Here, there, take you to always do bad things. That is the mind. So, we have to acquire this, trying to become powerful in renunciation. So we have to get these good qualities from the Lord. So we are always thinking that I am this body. I am the controller. So this is the two bad things that we always have in mind. Everybody has this. I am this body. I am the controller. There's no other controller. Nobody can control me. I do whatever I like. So in this way, they are suffering. They're always suffering. Everybody is suffering. And these things will take us, always have a beginning and end. It's not like eternal. When we do tapasya, sacrifice, austerities, then we can control the mind, we can come to a position when we can do devotional service. So by doing devotional service, we attain a position where we are always happy. We are always happy if we do devotion. That is the purpose of human form of life. Lord Rishabhadev, he says in Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 5, Canto 5, chapter 5, text 1. He says, one who has attained this human form of life, human material body, this human material body, should not engage in sense gratification, which are meant for hogs and dogs. He says that one should utilize his body for penance and austerity to attain the position of devotional service. Sri Radha Gokulananda ki jai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai, Gauranath. So, when we attain this position, we are always enlightened, we are always happy. And that is the purpose of human form of life. So when we do all these things, when we're doing devotional service for Krishna, we become gradually fearless. And one shining example is if you are not doing these things, we will be covered with lust, anger, greed, pride, illusion. That's how we become. All this will cover us. But to attain this power of renunciation, you have to become fearless. And this is given by an example, Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj was a 5-year boy and born in a demonic house. He was fearless. Why? Because he had surrendered to the Lord. He was always thinking about the Lord. And in whatever way his father, the demon, Hiranyakashipu, he tried to kill him, but he couldn't. He couldn't kill him. Every way he was trying, putting him in boiling water, snakes and all this, from the mountain, throwing him. But he couldn't, because Prahlad, he was just surrendered to Krishna. And he was always saved. Prahlad was praying, Krishna, if you want to kill me, I'm happy to die. But if you want to protect me, then it's okay. So like that, the prayer, he was surrendered to Krishna and he was completely renounced. This is the power of renunciation. So that kind of surrender we should be. Always surrender to Krishna. 24 hours. And when Krishna sees us surrendering like that, he will automatically protect you. As you see in the temple, if you come, devotees are always engaged in service of Krishna. From the morning up to 9:30. You come to the temple here, and anytime kirtan going on, arti, you participate. The devotees are always engaged. So, so Hiranyakashipu, he couldn't do anything. Finally, he was killed. So we have another example, Durvasa Muni. He was a powerful yogi. And he offended Ambarish Maharaj. And he couldn't do anything. He was so fearful that he ran. And he tried to ask for forgiveness, but he couldn't, he didn't get any forgiveness. And he ran because the Lord had sent a Sudarshan Chakra. He was running and trying to hide. But Ambarish Maharaj was completely engaged. And he surrendered to Krishna. So he was fearless. He was fearless because he knows Krishna is protecting him. And finally, Ambarish Maharaj was protected, and Durvasa Muni was also, Krishna saved him, like, instead of killing him. So this surrender is very, very important. Because anything can happen in this material world. Anything can happen. This is a power of surrender, the power of renunciation. That is how we want to get the power of renunciation, as is stating in this text. And one should become like a sannyasi, renounced. When one is renounced, then he becomes fearless. He becomes fearless. One should not try to enjoy in this material world. There's no point. Nobody has able to be enjoying until the end of his life. Everybody thinks, I'm working hard. I'm working whole 60 years, 70 years, and at the end, I will try to enjoy. But no, at the end you get so many problems. Somebody goes to see the doctor because he got some problems. The doctor says, okay, you got high blood pressure. So you don't eat this, you don't eat that. So what is the point? He comes and sees all his money is there, but he couldn't enjoy. As soon as he takes a little more sugar, he gets high sugar. As soon as he takes salt, high blood pressure. So what is the point of working so many years and collecting all this money, trying to enjoy, but there is no enjoyment. See? He can't eat properly. He can't sleep properly. There's no enjoyment. So one should become like a sannyasi. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, one can become a sannyasi in his house. just follow the four principles, chant, offer your food to Krishna, have a small deity, offer the food, and you become like a sannyasi. Preach. He says, Nayanam galada sudhaya vadanam kadada rudaya kira pulakar nitam tapukada pravasyati. That I know no one but Krishna as my Lord. And he knows, he says that Krishna is my Lord and he will always give me shelter and protection. Another verse, he says, Na dhannam na jannam na sundarim kavitam va jagat isa kamaye mama janmani svare bhavatad bhaktir ahituki vai. I don't want any wealth. I don't want any followers. I don't want any beautiful women. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that. Only devotional service I want. And Krishna will gradually help him and sort all his problems and direct him in the proper direction. Otherwise, you are lost. Somebody is buying 3-4 houses. Why? Because his friend is buying 2 houses, so he wants to buy 3 houses. And he's struggling. Day and night going hard work, and then coming home tired, and then again next day. Just why? To buy another house. Because he's competing with his neighbor, he's competing with his friend. And finally he can collapse. So what is the point? He becomes greedy like that. So it's not worth like that. Try to become renounced over all these things and giving everything in Krishna's use, for Krishna's purpose, for Krishna's enjoyment. It's not that, okay, I have this house and I'm giving to Krishna, and then I stay under a tree. No, Krishna never says that. Your house is your house. But your thinking should be there that Krishna's house is there. Worship Krishna there. Offer food to Krishna. This is for Krishna. That kind of thinking should be there. Give all our fruits to Krishna. In this way, you are doing devotional service. Everybody should gather together and then in the house, gather together and do some chanting. Read one book from the Bhagavad Gita, one page at least, one text that we are reading now at home, together with the family, with your son, daughters, and do some kirtan. It's not a big thing. It's very little, take you about 15-20 minutes just for a small kirtan and do some reading together. It says that a family who prays together stays together. There is no separation, no divorce, because there is Krishna in the middle. Krishna is the middle. He is controlling everybody. Otherwise, you see somebody going to the disco, somebody going to the pub, somebody going to the restaurant. The father is coming drunk and doing a lot of noise. Sometimes you can see in your neighbor somebody, a lot of noise, high, throwing this and throwing that. Why? Because somebody is drunk there. And Bhagavatam is saying that verse is 1:110. Prayal Parishad Sabya Kalau Asmi Yuge Jana Manda Sumanda Matayo Bhagya Hi Upadhrutaha. Saying that in this age of Kali, the life of man is very short. They are always disturbed. They are lazy. They are lazy. They are always quarreling. They are always quarreling, and they are always misguided. So this is the people, how they are living outside in this age of Kali. Trying to enjoy, trying to do this, trying to do that. But finally is useless. Is taking them to quarrel. And finally, short lives. Imagine people are quarreling every day, making noise and drinking wine, drinking liquor, eating meat. Where are they going? It's pointless. So this is a way Krishna says that people are trying to enjoy, but they are not able to enjoy. Try to become a sannyasi, where one becomes completely renounced with all these things. At least in this life, make proper use of this human form of body. In this life, it's not easy. You say somebody, give up everything. No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no smoking, and I say, give up. No, at once he cannot do that. It will take little time, practice. You come and associate with the devotees, take prasad. Prasad makes great effect. Prasadam is great effects it makes. Sometimes I'm at the reception here, somebody comes to me and says, Panditji, what have you done to my child? I said, why? He said, my child is completely changed now. He listens to me, he's a good boy, and he's doing big progress. Why? I said, how? I'm not Krishna, you come to pray Krishna. No, he said, you gave the prasad, the coconut, there's a coconut ice prasad that we give here. So children like it very much. So I am distributing, I don't know anything. But this prasad, when he takes to home, gave it to his son, his son was so mischievous, he was always making noise and all. So when he eat the prasadam, he says after Panditji, his life is changed now. He's become good boy and he's listening to us. And he said, what have you done? I said, I have not done anything. It's all the Lord. You pray to him, you take prasad, you come to the temple, take prasad, and in this way your child is changing. And you should also, eat prasad and your life will be changed. So in like that, this prasad, it makes great effect. Prabhupada said every Sunday there should be prasadam distribution at the temple. Here we have Sunday's program, Sunday twice, everybody's get prasad. People come far away, Birmingham, Leicester. They drive 2-3 hours and they come here and take this prasad. Prasad has very, very great effect. So, this verse 49 is speaking mostly about renunciation. And how we can get this power of renunciation, how we can become renounced, is just by following the Lord's instructions. Following Prabhupada's instruction. Daily chanting. Chanting, at least, we devotees chant 16 rounds. But you can practice by chanting few rounds, 1, 2, 3, whatever you can. You can chant at home, you can chant together, participate in kirtan. This is how we can get this power of renunciation. Become renounced. Renounce from everything and direct it for Krishna's use, Krishna's purpose. And just try to think that I am not this body, I am not this, I'm not the controller, I'm not this body. That's what you have to think. Krishna is everything. Krishna is a protector. Krishna is a controller. Everything belongs to Krishna. Then gradually, and we're chanting his names, chanting the Krishna's names every day, and automatically you will see how one progresses in our daily. The activities should be dovetailed only for Krishna service. Only for Krishna service. If you have house, you have family, whatever you're buying, whatever you're bringing, whatever you're cooking, just for Krishna. Just for Krishna. This is how the activities, daily activities, are dovetailed in Krishna's service. You are cooking, you are offering the food. That's service. You are going to work, buying things, putting in the house. That's Krishna's service. It's for Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. I am not the owner. Krishna is the owner. Like that, one becomes renounced. Slowly. The fruits you're giving to Krishna. Read one text, one verse. Prabhupada says, read one page from the Bhagavad Gita. People don't have time. Okay, read one line. You don't have time. Okay, read one word. Everywhere is written Krishna's name there. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. One word. That you don't have time. Okay, so from the self, this is the Bhagavad Gita. People put on the self in the house, Bhagavad Gita. Read Bhagavad Gita there, the word. Just you are purified. And that is what the human form of life is meant for. Human form of life is meant just for get purified and go back to Godhead. So we must be coming to the temple, as you are coming every day here, coming to the temple, talking to the devotees, listening to kirtan, participating in the kirtan, taking prasad. All these activities, gradually you will get renounced with everything. Everything material we should get renounced with. Because why? These material things will bring you to attachment. Simple things that we have in this material world makes us attached. I'm sure nobody will stay without his mobile phone. Mobile phone is like that, very, very attached things. No, it's not that you have to give up everything. No, it's very useful, but it's using for Krishna's service. All the technologies that the Prabhupada says, you have to utilize it in Krishna's service. Then it's great use. But otherwise, other things, talking to friends 1 hour and this and that, and it's no point. The TV also is get attachment. So many little things we should give up. Give up everything material and try to become spiritual. This is saying this text, like a sannyasi. Yeah, supposed to be completely renounced. He says, a sannyasi is supposed to be free from all reaction of his past activities, but a person who is in Krishna consciousness automatically attains this perfection without even accepting the so-called renunciation. A sannyasi, he is renounced because he gets, he's free from his activities. But one who becomes Krishna conscious, he becomes automatically free without even accepting the so-called order of renunciation. And even your house, one becomes a sannyasi even in the house by renouncing everything. He says this state of mind is called yoga rudha, or the perfectional state of yoga as confirmed in the third chapter. One who is satisfied in himself has no fear at any kind of reaction from his activity. So you are given all your fruits to Krishna, you should not be fearful. Krishna will look after you. Sarva dharman parijajya mamekam saranam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayisami masucha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender. Surrender unto me, I will protect you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Jesus says, no, do not fear. So why you have to be worried? No question of fear. Prahlad Maharaj was not feared. 5 years old, fearless. That is the power of renunciation. So as I said, how we can attain that power? Just by every day chanting the names of Krishna. Can you repeat after me? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is a mantra that we chant. It's only Krishna's Rama names, 2 names. Thank you very much. You have any question, any comments, anything you add to add, please. We have a few minutes, 5 minutes there we have. Hare Krishna. Then you have a question, you are talking about renunciation. About how to renounce, and this text 49. Anybody has anything to add? Anything? Prabhuji, you say something?
I was saying that you're talking about renunciation and renunciation.
Yeah. Anybody, any comments, anything want to add? Yeah, I was explaining before you came that everything belongs to Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. We just have to put Krishna in the middle. Prabhupada says even you put a picture, sometimes we read in the morning from the Namamrita there, you just have to put a picture of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just take the picture, and you are worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And chanting the Maha Mantra is enough. And Krishna will direct you what. Normally in the material we have the process, like this is house belongs to this person, and then it goes to the son. Right? And then the son, okay, this and that. But everything that you are utilizing in the house is for Krishna's enjoyment. Because why you are worshipping Krishna? The picture is there, the food is offered, you have your books, or you have your daily chanting, or your daily kirtan, and then you are doing devotional service to Krishna. So you are engaging everything in Krishna's use, Krishna's purpose, Krishna's pleasure. When you offer the food to Krishna, normally you are cooking. It takes you about half an hour, and then you offer nicely to Krishna. It takes you another 5 minutes. So all this sacrifice that you're doing is for Krishna's pleasure. First Krishna eats, then you eat prasad. So all this process is going as a service to Krishna. Then Krishna is the middle there, is there. That's why you are offering the food. And that you are giving to Krishna. I was saying about these mobiles, you are not using for your pleasure. You are listening to lectures, this and that, you are using for Krishna's purpose. I mean, your purpose because you are benefiting from the lectures. So that you are using for Krishna.